everybody, welcome to my channel, Sport Bike Menace. We have the front stand from Vortex. Now this is not only just a product review, but also how to install it, because, well, we're going to call it assemble it, because this does give you problems as soon as it comes out of the box. So this is an Allen key, and it is a 6-inch. You get all the tools here. So this is a 6-inch. That's what you're going to use for this. If you don't have any tools, you're going to run into problems because this does not come with a tool for you to put this together. You're also going to want to use blue Loctite. You don't have to. It's just in case, right? So it's a peace of mind. So there's these black plastic pieces that go on first, and then you put the screw in. And it's the same for both sides. So you got 2 on each. Same on both. So you put the plastic piece, then you screw in the screw. What gave me the problem, and that would give anyone a problem, is these arm joints. And I'm going to explain, right? So, oops, sorry, I wasn't even in focus. So, they come too wide to begin with. So, when you push the push pin through, you see it right here, you got to put in this push pin also. When you push that push pin in, it's not enough room to get the hole through, so you can push this part in. So what you have to do is you lay this sideways, and you grab the hammer and you start hammering it down. Now you don't want to go too much, because then it's going to be the tolerance. It's not going to let you open it. So then you won't be able to do this, right? It won't give you that motion. So yeah, that was an issue. They didn't want that cotter pin. They didn't want to go all the way through to where I can get the hole and line that piece. So yeah, just grab a decent hammer and make the hole or the arms less. Just don't go too much, because then again it won't open and close. And be careful on how you put these cotter pins, right? So if you have them facing a certain way, and let me put this back up, right? So see if you can see it, right? So I have it facing upwards. If you push this part going downwards and it's aiming down, when you go to, let's say you drag it. Let's say you drag it, it's going to catch onto the pavement, the rug, whatever, wherever you're going to roll it to. So I put mine facing straight up, so it gives me more room, so if I do drag it, it's not going to scratch up anything. So that's the problem though that I had, was these arms, and both of them had the same issue. Now how do you use this? Now they do have numbers for these pins. This goes under your triple tree, and there's a hole underneath your triple tree where it's going to be your tire, your fender, and then when you slide this in above your tire and fender, there's a hole underneath where you're going to line this up with, right? So to give you an example, so we have it like this, right? You're going to try not to scratch up your fender or the top of where the headlight's going to be sitting at, and the triple tree is underneath that. So you're going to slide this underneath. Once you get into the hole, right, your stand is going to be like this. Then you put that there, and then you're going to try to push down on this where your bike is in the air. But I will tell you this, if you're going to be lifting up your front end, you're going to need a rear stand. Now my rear stand is from Pitbull, and I do have the Pit Crew wedge. Why I didn't get a front stand like this from Pitbull is that Pitbull is just expensive. They have the best quality. But for right now, I didn't have the money to get a Pitbull stand. I can only afford a Vortex stand. This was $110. If I would go for this, which it has the hybrid, you're looking at over $300. Over $300. So I got this because I needed it as soon as possible because I did my front forks. If you're going to do maintenance on your front forks, this is the stand you want. If you're not going to do front forks, you're going to get the stand where it lifts up at your front forks and lifts your tire up. And why do you want stands is if you do your own maintenance. So like you're going to do your own tire change. So you're going to change out your tire. So your front tire and your back tire. You want to change them out, you need your stands. You don't need the stands to do brake, your front brakes or your back brakes, just to change out your tires. If you're going to do tire warmers, you need your bike in the air. But anyway, so go back to the point. So you're going to need a rear stand if you're going to lift up the front. When you go to lift up the front, your bike is not going to be stable. Now on the rear, you can lift it up without the front. It's not going to cause a problem. But the front wheel, if you just lift up that one, you have a bigger chance of your bike flipping over or falling over or tipping over. So you're going to need the rear stand. And how you're going to do this, you're going to lift up your back first and then your front. And when you're going to bring your bike back down, you're going to do your front first and then your back. And that's how you're able to do it safely. So guys, again, I hope I was able to help. If you are going to get the Vortex, again, just make sure you got a hammer ready to hammer those down. If you're going to, when you put these pins in, make sure that it's not going to drag on the floor. And again, these has numbers. So mine's the number 13 for a 2008 Suzuki Gixxer 1000. Every other bike is different. Now this did come with different sizes, so that's a big positive for Vortex. They have different sizes compared to other stands. There's Pitbull is one of them. So if you don't know what size is your the diameter of your hole, you gotta buy multiple pins until you get the right one. And this stuff, once you spend over $300 on Pitbull, you don't want to keep spending money just to find out which pin you need, because your bank is already hurting to begin with just to buy that. So I hope I was able to give you guys the best information that I possibly could. Everyone ride safe, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.